Hello everybody. If you want to read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 668, The Mix-Up at the Dentist's. Intermediate. Bob hated going to the dentist. His palms got sweaty just thinking about it. But today he had no choice. His tooth had been aching for weeks, and his wife, Sarah, had booked the appointment. "It's just a checkup," she said. "Stop being a baby." Bob arrived at Dr. Smith's surgery early. The waiting room smelled like mint and cleaning products. He sat down and picked up a magazine, but he couldn't focus. His heart was racing. "Mr. Thompson," the receptionist called. Bob stood up. "That's me." She smiled. "Room 2, please. Dr. Smith is ready." Bob walked in and sat in the big chair. Dr. Smith, a tall man with glasses, entered with the nurse. "Hello, Mr. Thompson. Ready for your root canal?" Bob's eyes widened. "Root canal? No, it's just a checkup." Dr. Smith checked his notes. "Says here it's a root canal on tooth number 19. Don't worry, it'll be quick." Bob panicked. "But I don't need that. It's only a little pain. Maybe it's nothing." The nurse prepared tools that looked scary. Needles, drills, and clamps. Bob's mind raced. He imagined the drill buzzing like an angry bee. "Wait, there must be a mistake." Dr. Smith laughed. "Everyone says that. Relax, we'll numb you first." Just then the door burst open. Another man rushed in, red-faced and out of breath. "Sorry I'm late. Traffic was awful. I'm Mr. Thompson, root canal today." Bob and the new Mr. Thompson stared at each other. They had the same last name. The receptionist had mixed them up. Dr. Smith frowned. "Two Mr. Thompsons. Oh dear." The nurse checked the computer. "Yes, Bob Thompson for checkup and Bill Thompson for root canal. I called the wrong one." Everyone burst out laughing, except Bob, who was still shaking. "That was close," he said. Dr. Smith apologized. "My mistake. Let's do your checkup now." Dr. Smith apologized. "My mistake. Let's do your checkup now, Bob. And Bill, you wait outside." Bob's checkup was easy, just a small filling needed next time. As he left, he turned to Bill. "Good luck with the root canal. Better you than me." Bill grinned. "Thanks, at least I know what to expect." Bob walked out feeling relieved. From then on, he always double-checked his name at appointments, and he never forgot to laugh about the day he almost lost a tooth by mistake. Vocabulary notes. Sweaty. Definition. Sweaty means covered with sweat, often due to nervousness, heat, or physical effort. It's an adjective describing something that is damp from perspiration. Example. His palms got sweaty just thinking about it. This shows Bob's hands becoming damp because he is anxious about visiting the dentist. Similar words. Clammy. Damp and sticky, often from sweat or cold. Moist. Slightly wet. Perspiring, producing sweat more formal. Aching. Definition. Aching refers to a continuous dull pain in a part of the body. It's often used as an adjective or verb to describe ongoing discomfort. Example. His tooth had been aching for weeks. This describes the persistent pain in Bob's tooth that forces him to see the dentist. Similar words. Throbbing. Pulsing pain. Sore. Painful to touch or use. Hurting, general term for causing pain. Panicked. Definition. Panicked means to suddenly feel extreme fear or anxiety, often leading to irrational behavior. It's a past tense of the verb panic. Example. Bob panicked. This happens when Bob hears about the root canal and realizes it might not be for him, showing his sudden fear. Similar words. Freaked out. Informal for becoming very anxious. Alarmed. Suddenly worried or frightened. terrified, extremely scared. Burst. Definition. Burst means to open suddenly and forcefully, often with energy or noise. It's a verb that can describe doors, balloons, or even emotions. Example: just then, the door burst open. This describes how the other Mr. Thompson enters the room quickly and dramatically. Similar words: flung, thrown open suddenly. Slammed, closed or opened with force and noise. Erupted, happened suddenly and intensely, like a volcano. Relieved. Definition. Relieved means feeling happy and relaxed because something worrying is ended or been avoided. It's an adjective often used after a tense situation. Example: Bob walked out feeling relieved. This shows Bob's sense of ease after the mix-up is resolved and his appointment goes well. Similar words: eased, made less worried. Comforted, given reassurance. Thankful, grateful that something bad didn't happen. Story written by Gemini AI. Image created by onemin.ai. To read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into what seems like a really simple story, a dental visit.
Right, but it's surprisingly intense. It's actually a fantastic framework for looking at high-stakes emotion and, well, clerical errors.
Exactly. Our mission today is to unpack the anxiety, the confusion, and the relief using 5 key vocabulary points from this narrative.
It all starts with our main character, Bob Thompson. The story makes it clear from the outset. Bob hated going to the dentist. Hated it.
A common feeling, but for Bob, it seems pretty extreme. Why was he even there then?
Because he couldn't ignore it anymore. He had this tooth that had been aching for weeks. That persistent, dull pain.
The kind that just wears you down until you have to do something.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So he finally makes the appointment. Avoidance wasn't working.
And the second he gets there, the waiting room itself is a problem. That smell.
Minty, clean, antiseptic. For Bob, it's an instant trigger.
The source says his heart starts racing, his palms get sweaty, covered in sweat just from thinking about the appointment.
Yeah, that's pure anticipatory anxiety. His body's already reacting to a threat that hasn't even materialized yet. He's stressed out before his name is even called.
Okay, so he's already on edge. Maximum discomfort. Then what happens?
This is where the mix-up occurs. The receptionist calls out, "Mr. Thompson, room 2.
And Bob goes in. Seems normal enough.
It seems normal, but then Dr. Smith greets him and asks immediately if he's ready for his root canal on tooth number 19.
Whoa, wait. Root canal? I thought he was just there for a checkup.
He was. That's the crucial mistake. He's booked for a simple checkup, maybe a cleaning. Not major dental surgery.
So why doesn't he say something like, excuse me, doc, wrong procedure?
Well, think about it. He's already anxious, maybe intimidated, and then he hears root canal. The source suggests he just freezes.
The shock hits him first.
Exactly. He immediately feels panicked. That word perfectly captures its sudden, extreme fear. His mind floods with images of needles, drills, that horrible buzzing sound.
Like an angry bee, the text says. I can picture that. So he's frozen in panic.
Yes. And the doctor, potentially misreading this as just typical nerves about any procedure, might be about to proceed. The communication breakdown is critical here.
That's genuinely terrifying. He's moments away from, well, a completely unnecessary procedure because of a name mix-up and his own fear-induced silence.
It really shows how a small system error, like not confirming a first name or the specific procedure, combined with patient anxiety, can escalate fast.
The tension must be unbearable at this point. How does it get resolved? Does Bob finally snap out of it?
It actually takes an external event. The source says the door didn't just open, it burst open. Suddenly, forcefully.
Okay, dramatic entrance.
Very. And another man rushes in looking flustered, apologizing for being late.
Let me guess.
You got it. He announces, breathless, I'm Mr. Thompson root canal today.
Bill Thompson, presumably, not Bob Thompson.
Exactly. Bill Thompson for the root canal, Bob Thompson for the checkup. The mix-up is instantly clear.
Wow. Talk about last-minute intervention. The relief Bob must have felt.
Immense. The threat just evaporates. The apologies happen. The confusion clears up.
So Bob gets his actual checkup after all that.
He does. And it turns out to be nothing serious. Just needs a small filling next time. Simple.
And his emotional state afterwards?
Completely transformed. He walks out feeling totally relieved. That sense of happiness and relaxation when something awful has been narrowly avoided.
You can almost feel the adrenaline leaving his system, from aching tooth to sweaty palms to panic silence. Then the door burst open and finally just relieved.
It's a perfect little arc of stress and release. It really shows how powerfully our bodies react to perceived danger, not just actual danger, the neurochemistry of that fear, followed by the sudden safety signal. It's fascinating.
Absolutely. And the story isn't just about dental phobia, is it? It's broader than that.
Definitely. It's about the vital importance of confirmation, double-checking details, especially in situations with potential consequences, whether it's medical, financial, whatever. Assumptions can be dangerous.
So the takeaway for everyone listening, Bob learned his lesson. He started double-checking everything at appointments after that.
Makes sense.
It really makes you think, what assumptions are you making? Is there an important appointment, maybe a document, a confirmation email you haven't checked carefully? Something you should probably double-check today, worth considering before you find yourself in your own wrong Mr. Thompson situation.
Good point. Always confirm.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.